It's been a while. Thought I'd come around to let you know what's up now. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up? I've really been giving all my time to TikTok. And it's paying off for the most part. And it's crazy because I'm like, dang, if I was just consistent on YouTube, I could be so far right now. Before I start this video, I just want to give thanks to God because God has brought me a mighty long way. Like, I'm telling you, the day I tell my testimony, whenever that might be, like, bro, and I always look back and I get so amazed, and I feel like that's actually what keeps my faith strong in God. Like, we have hope that God, might do this for us and bring us out of this and place us here and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know, sometimes your faith can begin to get shaky, and it's like, what can you fall back on? Well, for me personally, I fall back on what God has already done. What God has already done. Like, yo, I'm telling you, I was in such a dark place. I think my 11th grade year was like the beginning of everything. It wasn't bad, but it was the beginning. And I think that was around, the pandemic. So boom, my 12th grade year, bro, that's when stuff was really bad. 12th grade year was bad, and my freshman year of college was like the worst. It was like the worst, bro. Like, it was so bad, and I was in such a dark place, and I was like, I'm not going to make it. Like, I'm really not going to make it. Like, I would just tell myself, it was a premeditated thought that I would say over and over and over again, to the point where it led me a deep depression state. And I really didn't see no way out of it. I only saw one way. And that way was not a good way at all. Took that one day, I remember I was talking to God early that morning. I was telling God, like, oh, emotions are temporary. Like, you might be sad or angry, but that don't mean you'll stay sad and angry. Like, you don't have to dwell in that. Like, you don't have to be that. That don't have to be your life. And what's crazy is, when I look back at that moment, I realized, like, God was talking to me through me. Like, that was Holy Spirit. I didn't come up with that, because later on that night, I was like in a dark spot, and I don't know, God just like reminded me of that conversation. And before I did something very dumb and very stupid, or he really saved me, y'all. Like, he really saved me. So I owe him my life. Like, a lot of people, they think of Christians and they see Christians to be this one way, right? We're supposed to be angels. We're supposed to do good. We're supposed to be perfect. And that's not it. And that's why anytime I see somebody who, say they follow Jesus, but it doesn't necessarily look like it, I always pray for them. I don't judge them, because I know how it is. It be sometimes where, like, I let my flesh get the best of me. Sometimes where I do something and feel convicted for it. For instance, I don't play about my feelings. I don't play about my feelings, and I guard them very tight. Like, I if I could be transparent, like, I really have a wall built up because I've been hurt. You know what I'm saying? And it's life. You won't go through that, right? But me, when I love you, I love you. Okay? And I know that's probably like cliche. That's what everybody would say, but me, when I love a person and I feel close to you, I always have expectations. I should have learned that when I was younger, not to have that. But I don't know. It's still a thing that I'm still navigating through. I'm expecting you to treat me how I treat you. I expect you to keep it real with me how I'm keeping it real with you. Like, I genuinely treat people how I want to be treated. I don't my I tell people the truth. I tell people how it is in the most loving way. I'm always trying to encourage you. I'm always trying to, pour into people, because that's what I want. That's what I want to be done to me. But it was the situation where, like, somebody close to me um did like some real weird stuff. Like, it was real weird. And it's like, if we love each other, why do this? Why is it this tension? Why are you doing this, right? And so my response to that is always, I want to do them the worst way. You ever feel like that? Like somebody hurt you, now you got to do them the worst way? The mind is so big, and if you let the enemy get, if you slip up and let the enemy get a hold of it, he will try to trick you. He will try to tell you things in order for you to, fall. That's his goal, for you to fall, for you to be in a situation he in, right? He don't want to see you prosper. He don't want to see you elevate. I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about like how they did me and how I felt. And I'm thinking like, okay, like I'm finna do them the worst way. Like I'm finna do this and I'm finna do that, and they really gonna feel it. And I didn't even do nothing yet. It was just a thought. And when I tell you, the minute I thought about it, actually the second I thought about it, conviction. Like you feel it in your body, you instantly. And I was like, you're right, God. It's almost like he said, Anaya, you know better. You know better. You know better though. And when I felt that, I instantly knew, like, yeah, I can't. So what I do now, and I'm still working through it, what I do now is I pray. I pray. I pray and I pray and I pray and I pray and I pray. And that's what I feel like God is telling me to do more. I feel like he's telling me to pray more, because even it's been situated, well, me all my life, people always come up to me and tell me their business. Like it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if I knew you for a day, a week, a year, all my life. People gravitate towards me. Like they are comfortable with me, knowing their business. Like I'm the type of person, like I always want to help. I always want to, okay, how can I help you? How can I make you feel better? I might not say that, but that's what I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, okay, how do I help? And I used to get so frustrated, and I used to get frustrated with God, like, God, why are you putting me in predicaments or situations where like people are just freely telling me, what's going on in their lives? Like I said, God, I'm beginning to get frustrated. Like this is a lot for me, because I want to help them, but I don't know how to, and that's frustrating me. And then I said that God said, pray, pray. And ever since then, I ain't saying I'm praying every single day, that I didn't see that. But I'm still learning, and I realized prayer is necessary. Prayer is definitely necessary. Yeah, I'm just trying to walk in the will that God has for me. I always tell him all the time, like, God, if your head's not on it, if it's not in your will, I don't even want it. I don't care what it looks like. I always pray, like, let me desire the things that you want for me, Lord. Like, I want what you want for me, what you have for me, what you know, meant for me before I was even formed in my mother's womb. Okay, like God, I want what you want for me. I want to walk in the will that you have for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But if I can give anybody out there advice, my advice would be, I know it sounds harsh, but you can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. You're not meant to do it by yourself. Build a relationship with God, Jehovah Jireh, Jesus, Yahweh, Yeshua. Build a relationship with God. Um, how I built a relationship with God, I just started talking to him honestly. Like, and it was even to the point where like I was talking to God and I was like, God, I'm not reading no Bible. I told him just like that. I said, God, I'm not reading no Bible. I said, it's man made. I'm not reading it. I'm not reading the Bible. It's like, it's man made. I'm not reading no Bible. Baby, when I tell you that same exact month when I said I wasn't reading it, I started reading the Bible probably that next week. Probably that next week. Baby, I couldn't put that Bible down. I was so into that Bible. And I started from Genesis. I was so into that Bible to the point where it was like, I go to sleep. I'd be like, I can't wait to wake up so I can read my Bible. Or I'd be at work and I'd be like, I can't wait to get off so I can go home and read my Bible. And I would read my Bible for hours straight, like hours straight, just reading the Bible, reading the Bible, reading the Bible. So I said, oh, okay. And yeah, really lean on him and ask him for guidance. Because a lot of times we try to navigate this world by ourselves and we end up just hurting ourselves, right? Because we don't, truth be told, I don't care how much you claim you know, you don't know it all. And sometimes we think we know what's best for ourselves. We don't. But what I can say for sure is God, Jesus is the best and only way for you. So you should try it. You should. I'm telling you, lean on him and let God really do the rest. That's all you got to do is lean on him and he'll do the rest. But you got to try. He said you got to have faith. He said, even if it's as small as a mustard seed, he can work with that. I love you, but God loves you more. See you next time.